I grew up in Abela. It's south of Portugal. I'm the youngest of 9 children. My mother passed away when I was 7 and a half, and it was hard. And I was raised by my aunts. I went to school, grammar school. Then my brother Enrique went to Mozambique in Africa. He was in the Air Force, was a parachuter, and I was 14 at that time. And then I asked him if I could go there to Mozambique. It's beautiful, the most beautiful thing I ever see, that place. I took some classes to advance more, but then I went to work on a bookstore. When I was 15, I worked in a bookstore. Finally I had a customer. He's my husband today.
One day I was looking at cards that I wanted to buy, to send to mail to my family.
He was looking for cards. Then I asked him if he was looking for cards for his wife.
And that young girl approached me and said, "Are you buying cards for your wife?"
And he laughed and said, "No, I'm not married."
I said, "My wife? No, I am not married."
And then he had a dream to come to the United States too, because we heard at that time was the best place, the best country to live. And his parents were here, and they called him. And when I had all the paperwork, he called me, and I came to meet him. And we've been here 50 years. Going 51 years.
Tell me about where you grew up.
Like the Portuguese navigators, I was an explorer myself. I knew from reading and studying about the New World, the United States, this would be a country that I would fit into. I was born in Faial da Terra, St. Michael, Azores, on May 29th, 1939. My village still is very humble, and growing up I would play ball, a ball made of rags tied together. The families don't have enough money to buy toys for the kids, and as a matter of fact, not even to buy shoes. At 7, I started my schooling, which lasted about 4 years, the 4th grade. I couldn't go to high school because there were no high schools around there. So that was my formal education. And life was very, very boring, There were neither radio nor newspapers. It was very rudimentary. So it was sad, I was always thinking there should be a better world than this. That's why I decided to stay in the Air Force, to get more education, more knowledge. I wanted my kids to learn as much, to be in school, to have what I didn't have. And I tried to give them all the things that I wish I had.
Yeah, I see you a little bit over there. You're reading.
It worked. It worked.
See the big chimneys, the factory? It used to be silver. This city called the Silver City. Oh my gosh. It's falling apart. It used to be so nice, and we are here at B&J Manufacturing, where it's a silver place, and silver and gold. I work here for over 3 years, and I was a plater. have the tables. Was busy, but was very good. They shut down, they moved to Mexican China, and I went from that building 1, I went to building 11. Then shut down completely, went to Mexico, the rest. But I did very well in Texas Instruments. We had good insurance. I had 401k. When they moved, they gave us a package. And I got a little amount of money from that thing. And that's not the same building, but similar where I work, this Shelly Silver. After a year I work here, I lost 2 fingers on a machine. They had set up the machine continuous, and they put me to do a job single parts. Then the machine repeat when I went to get the excess of the part, and cut 2 fingers. And from here, it was on the back, like in the back there, the first aid, they had the first aid place. And people thought I lost my 2 arms because that machine, I was lucky, I didn't lost the 2 hands, cut me 2 fingers. Everybody's tired. Yeah. Okay, see the lights?
It was hard at first because I wasn't used to taking a sandwich to work and eat it by standing by a machine. My first job was to operate a quad machine making boxes. The missing box doesn't exist any longer. So those things, at first you are not used to that. They think that you are an object to handle. You are handled like an object, And I wasn't going for that. No. I stayed there for 5 or 6 years, more than that, 10 years. And then I decided to work for myself, real estate. You have the name? Michelle? Hotel Day? Your mother, is she home?
Yeah.
Come for the day.
Hi.
Nancy, how are you,
Can you
Nancy?
give me like 5 more minutes to do the check?
Oh, you're going to write the
right
check?
now. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
I used to come here with my kids. My grandkids get, my kids, we get some stuff, my son used to buy baseball cards, my daughter Bobby cards, my granddaughter Payton come over and buy M&Ms. She loved the M&Ms. Then we go eat them. It was in the summer, hot summer. Go in my house on 29th Street. We go there and sit under the tree, eat the M&Ms, and she used to tell me, Vavó, don't tell mommy. Don't tell mommy. Mommy don't like me to eat too much chocolate. I said, no. Then the father comes home, first thing she tells Daddy, don't tell mommy, we bought some M&Ms. Vavó bought me some M&Ms. Cold? My nose is cold. Tá frio, não é? Tá frio. It's a ball field for Coral Cassidy High School. They bought the place and they demolished the building, and too bad because they had hundreds of people lost their jobs in here because the curtains business went low too, and they didn't go out of business. They sold the company to the bigger companies, and they moved, I think, to South Carolina or North Carolina. And then the funniest thing, the owners were so friendly, and I was pregnant for my son. At the same time, one of the sons, Jimmy McCarty, the wife was pregnant for a baby girl, and that baby girl married my son. Small world. The McCartys had a daughter to marry a son of immigrants. It's nice, right? Especially now, we don't want the president don't want immigrants. If I came here at the same time of Trump, if I came here when the time the Trump was the president, I never couldn't come here because my education was grammar school, and he thinks people with not too much education they can do anything, and that's sad. Now they want professional people, but we need to have all kinds of people, factory workers, farmers, all kinds, not only lawyers and the doctors.
There is a problem in Portugal, like there is a problem here. Everybody goes to college. Nobody wants the professions, like plumbing, electrician, mechanics. They are needed too. Those people are needed because society is like a very expensive machine. There is a piece of that machine that's like a little needle, right? A little thing there. If that little thing breaks, the machine is worthless, right? It's a very expensive machine, but it's like society. You have to have the janitor, you have to have the painter. If you don't have that, society doesn't operate, right? Yeah.
You can go. Say hi to Payton. Hi, baby.
Jackson, say hi, baby.
Hi, baby.